What physical fitness does for the body is what stillness does for the mind. Your mind is so wired to so many different things outside of you when you're stressed, depressed, and sad, frustrated or angry. Why is it thinking of anger, frustration, or stress? Because it's attached to something outside. If the mind was not attached to something outside of the body, an event, or something going on, or a person, then it would not be stressed, depressed. Because your mind is moving and operating on the outside is why it's vulnerable for stress and depression from this world. So you need to still the mind, calm it, clear it with no effort. You need to find a place when you are feeling depression, no matter who you are. I've opened this video to a gateway of other things, not just from depression from divorce or missing our children. So I hope that somebody new finds this channel and understands that it starts in your mind. The mind must go through this. In alchemy, they talk about before the birth of a new realm or a new soul, there must be a death. So in the stages of alchemy, you must die first. So in the mind, and I'm no way condoning, you know what I'm talking about, but the old version of you, the pains, the struggles, and the depression, those must die. And the only way that those can die is by not attaching yourself to it. It's an outside element. You're attaching yourself to it. You're making it an effort. You're even in making it an effort by trying to detach yourself away from it. I'm calm, I'm peace. You're attaching yourself even more to it. I'm going to let this go. I'm going to let this go. Clear the mind. Absolute clarity. Think of nothing, absolutely nothing. And that's why in meditation, sometimes they have you think of a body part, your hands, your feet. Breathe, close your eyes, because they don't want your vision to be occupied by something else, because the mind can easily absorb outside elements. So they have you close your eyes, breathe, put yourself in a more calming state, because that's what breathing does to the central nervous system, focusing on certain areas of your body. This is a process of getting into the emptiness and the stillness of your mind. All of that is the process of getting there. So once you have gotten there, take the time to practice this. Take this time to go through those processes. Watch YouTube videos that can help you. Watch nothing or listen to nothing. Lay there in stillness and quietness. Put some meditative music on. Empty the mind first. Kill all of that negative energy that is occupying your mind from the outside. It must be burned. So in alchemy, they talk about this process of the killing of that old version of the old soul, and it must go into the depths of burning, past the burning process, into ash. And in the process of ash, if anybody knows about elements and material, in the process of ash is where you can now get the ash and reshape it and mold it into a harder element and even more firm and stillness, So it's in there. Once the whole death process of the old energy goes through, you begin to gather your ashes. And in that is where we channel it into the heart center. Once the mind is clear and dead of all energy, complete clarity and breathing almost to complete relaxation and almost at sleep, is when you can go into your heart center and operate from the heart. When we operate from the heart, the studies have shown, I was reading on Carl Jung's studies and research, they were saying that the heart center energy has 3 times the higher vibrational energy than the mind itself, but the mind is more vulnerable because all these other things. So operating from the heart center allows people, when your mind is clear or you're focused on one thing, the heart center gives us more passion, belief. We operate from of area of a centerness, of oneness within us. Our heart allows us to flow easily in this body that we have, and we're operating with a wholeness and a oneness of us. Operating from the mind can attach us to too many outside elements and too many different things, and it almost numbs the body where we cannot move because we're so stressed and depressed from all the things that are going on that we're attaching ourselves to. We're like in this space of chaos, just floating, not knowing where to go because we're just all over the place. But once it's completely emptied and you killed off that energy, you now operate from the soul, from your heart. And from the heart is where we cultivate that energy, the feelings and emotions. Now, on the other side of thing, on the outside of the flesh, we're told, and we hear on posts and different videos that, don't make actions based off emotions and feelings and this and that. That's if you are already operating from the outside. You're now internally and operating from the heart center and oneness within yourself. When this happens, you are complete and wholesome within. And when you do that is when you can begin to operate from your feelings from the heart. When we feel from the heart is where love is cultivated. And that's why we say we need to love from within. Love is the strength and is the foundation for all things great that come into our life. And when you operate from that heart center, we are feeling passionate, motivated. Mind is completely empty of all things and all fears and all stresses. So we go towards it with passion and love and envy. And we go towards whatever our goal is in life, and more than likely you will succeed. Actually, you will succeed because the mind is completely clear and sees no objects and no objective to going towards the goal that you see. You're so passionate, and moving with love strengthens your force forward and going forward. This is why it's so important to clear your mind and work from within. The only way out is to go inside. The only way out is in. Take the time to practice this. You can do this in the privacy of your own space. If you're feeling depressed, if you're feeling lonely, sad, if you've gone through trauma, we're going to talk in another video about trauma and PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, which I would say, just from my own assumption and my own reading and talking to several therapists, I would say about 90% of men that have gone through divorce and are losing their children have PTSD and don't even realize it. And a clear sign would be complete debilitating, physical, debilitating shock and awe to the mind and the core center, not able to move or function or get up. That's a clear sign you have PTSD. You've gone through trauma. Your body's going through a shock of stress post the trauma, PTSD. Remember to breathe, calm the mind, detach it from the stresses or the desires of trying to release. Empty your mind, clear and breathe. Stay in that state as long as you can, and feel from the heart how much you love your life, you love your children. Be grateful for life. Gratitude will grow, and as gratitude grows through your mind and your thoughts, from the heart, begin to feel passionate about your pursuit of what you need to go towards, and move with strength and love, pure clarity and focus. I love you with all my heart. I love you, brothers and sisters, so much. All of you. Black, white, Asian, Indian, Afghan, Russian, Kazakhstan, all of you. I love all of you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Women, men, old and young, I love you with all my heart. I want nothing but the best for you and peace. And if we have to go through this to come out to the other side to learn, it's something we must do in order to pass it on. We can't leave this world without teaching others, because this world is trying to destroy us all and tear us apart. Family is the prize, and we're losing. I love you guys. I'll talk to you again soon.